Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Spanish Cup quarter-final. Today it's Levante against Barcelona. Of course, the lights are beaming down this evening. So let's go straight to the ground. Here's your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
For the Spanish Cup, we are now at the quarter-final stage. And teams, well, they've been taking it seriously to get this far, but there's really full focus on how it gets for this quarter-final.
Yeah, you're getting temptingly close to the final, aren't you? And it's a big game between two very good sides.
The stories in the papers this week have been about possibly him announcing his retirement, Alan. What do you make of that?
Well, it's his decision. I mean, you are a long time retired and you don't want to make a premature judgment, but he hasn't been in the best of form recently.
Anselmo Soengas Bello takes charge of this game. Day in the Spanish Cup, and the game is underway. Referee has blown the whistle. Here we go.
Yeah, can't wait for this one. When you look at the two teams, the attacking lineups the two managers have picked.
Eyeballing each other, those two. He read it, cut it out. Marc Bartra. Neymar. Montoya. Karim Benzema receiving the ball, or able to receive it if they want to give it to him. One back. Well done to win the ball back like that with a slight tackle. On towards Messi. Goodness, they needed him then to clear that. Papa Kouli Diop. Gomez. His teammates is giving him an option by running into space. Daniel Alves. But he might go for goal here. Defender read the cross well and got to it. Quick change of possession here. Gomez. Pedro Lopez. Messi. Thibaut Courtois. I think the manager will be pleased here, Alan. He's asked for money that, if he got, well, he'd let the player go. Silly money, really, and they're not going to pay it.
No, they're not, and now the player can settle down and concentrate on working and doing well for the club that he's at.
Pedro Rios. When you see Barcelona, you expect victory. They'll be expecting it today.
And the players are used to winning. It's a wonderful habit for them, and why not again today?
Gomez. That was a foul. The referee's allowed the game to go on. He's entitled to do that. Could be dangerous. Andre Ayew. Karim Benzema receiving the ball, or able to receive it if they want to give it to him. The referee hasn't forgotten what he saw earlier. He's come back and the card's coming out for the culprit.
Yeah, no surprise there. It was a pretty poor challenge and rightly booked.
Andre Ayew. The away team, a couple of really significant absentees.
Yeah, one or two players that the manager would ideally want in his side.
He's got space, in with a chance, and they've scored. flown into the net.
You don't take a chance sometimes. You don't score, and he did take a chance. Some players are just born with this instinct to be in that position, to get himself half a yard of space in the box. Wonderful.
And he strikes a goal! Very nearly a goal. It's hit the bar and it's back in play. How the game changes. It's always places for headed clearances like that. Papa Cooley Diop. That's very well read, and that's a very good interception. Pedro Rios. NEYMAR. Karim Benzema. That's a real tussle for the ball there. Surely he's going to score here. Ball goes out of play here quite clearly. An attempted pass, not a good one. That's across the field to try and switch the play. Great opportunity. Oh! No chance for the goalkeeper, right up into the top corner of the shot. Well, they've been making so many chances, and this one's been taken splendidly.
They've got so many playmakers, haven't they? that can pick out a pass, and it's just too much for the opposition.
Referee, well, in the referee's mind there was an advantage, but not enough of one, so it's going to be the free kick. Trying to catch the opposition out with a quickly taken free kick. Maybe a bit fortunate. I think if he hadn't been booked, that would have been a yellow card. Good control here. Quite congested midfield, but good passing from this team.
Absolutely no trouble for the goalkeeper here to save that shot from distance.
Montoya. Dani Alves. On towards Messi. Dani Alves has put it straight out of play. Papa Kouli Diop. Eliseu. Pedro Rios. That wasn't a good tackle, but they've still got the ball. The ref wanted to keep the game going, but you can see there was no advantage to the team who had the player fouled. And one of his teammates is giving him an option by running into space. The referee has looked at what's gone on in this first half and decided to add on 3 minutes. They've got the ball back through a very good interception. On towards Messi. Brilliant opening. Oh, great goalkeeping.
The ball is headed on away from danger.
Good lead, good beginning to this quarter-final. A long way to go, of course, with the second leg still to come, but fast out of the blocks, eh?
Oh, well, I think they just they caught the opposition by surprise. They just couldn't handle the speed at which they attacked.
I guess, Alan, we're getting what we expected to this point.
Yeah, and quite often you do get a shock in these circumstances, but you've got to hand it to the favourites. They've made their superiority count out there.
So we reach half-time. 2-0 the score, with Barcelona leading. Let's take a look at the highlights from the first half, and then we'll be back over to your commentary team for the rest of the match.
Well, they're still trailing and they need to do something now if they want to get back into this game. Maybe some fresh legs will do the trick. There's that special buzz around this quarter-final that cup competitions bring, even here in Spain, or especially maybe here in Spain. And here we go for the second half.
Yeah, I mean, that first half, so much to admire about it, so let's just hope from the fans' perspective we can see more of the same.
Well, the defender panicking there, he just got the ball away. Pedro Rios. That's a very crisp challenge there. Eliseu. Karim Benzema. Well, he's got away. Can anyone catch him now? He's very quick. Here's the chance, and that's a goal for Barcelona. Well, they came forward like aircraft in formation, didn't they, these players, to make the most of... This counter-attack.
Yeah, not just the pace of the players running, it was the pace of the passing and the control as well. It was all spot on.
That's a good lead. 3-0. Get the ball, he's just dinked it past an opponent. This is the chance. Players limbering up for the away team. Substitution in the offing. Good movement by his teammate into space. Here he is with a chance. It's his speciality, isn't it? The back heel like that comes off more often than not. Time now for the manager to show their hands with their substitutions. Both managers are going to do this. Pedro Rios. And now can he score? Crosses in. Chance for it. And he takes the shot. That was an opportunity, and that really would have given them just another chance of getting back into the game.
Well, they haven't let the heads drop, but they've got to be careful that that doesn't happen now with that missed chance.
Matuidi will get it back here. Andre Ayew. Dangerous moment. And he's going to shoot. What a goal! Nothing like one goal to give you the confidence for another, and that's just what's happened here. And the score now reads 4-0. Pedro Rios. Papa Kouli Diop. And he gets it back again, quickly. Eliseu. Well, we love, Alan, to have a nice noisy crowd to work with as commentators. There's no danger of us being drowned out by the reaction of the home fans here.
Well, I think the home players will be thankful they're not getting any stick because they've been so poor, but yeah.
And in comes the header, and the goalkeeper well placed to deal with the header.
Yeah, that was as easy as you like for him.
Good control here, quite congested midfield, but good passing from this team. That's a real tussle for the ball. About his performance, he played well, didn't he? And I wondered whether the manager might leave him on.
Well, he might have, but maybe he saw signs of him tiring, and that's when you can get an injury. So a good day's work for the new boy.
Montoya. Go out of play. You can see it clearly has done. Pedro Rios. Marc Bartra. Andre Ayew. Afellay. Neymar. Top player today, man of the match for you, Alan?
He's just so classy, Martin, isn't he? The way he's manipulated the ball out there today. It's been wonderful to watch.
Pedro Rios. Papa Kouli Diop. Montoya. Good strong tackle. Pass back, that's lovely. Bojan. Towards Neymar. He's got to score! Here's a shot. It's not the best game that he's ever played, but that might be just one of his best ever saves.
Well, he'll be hoping that he's turned the corner in this match because he's been woeful today so far.
There is some backup for him in this position. Played into the middle. That cross is cleared by the defender. And Tweedy. Christian Teo. Positional play of this player is really good. Andre Ayew. Bojan. Afellay. Midfield, they've got it back via an interception. Montoya. Point of view, the first leg has been a good one. It's over now, and they are now set up for that second leg, which they hope will lead them to the semi-finals.
Yeah, thoroughly professional, all about concentration now in the second leg.
Well, there was only really one team in that game, and the away fans will be travelling home delighted with their big win. I'll leave you with the full match highlights, and until next time, I've been Jeff Stelling.